thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Aquarius might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for July 2020, keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. Also, if it doesn't completely resonate with you, just keep the parts that do, disregard the rest. And if you know your other planetary placements, like I mentioned at the beginning of this intro, then listen to those signs as well for additional messages. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump right into this reading. And oh goodness, it's a big wave of energy there. Okay. Let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay. Spirit, what messages do you have for Aquarius for the month of July 2020? And I think one more time. Good. I'm going to divide these into 3 stacks, okay? 1, 2, 3. Alright, card on the bottom of the deck. It's the Hangman. Alright, now the Hangman is the overall energy for your reading. So as we go through your spread, I'm going to show you how this card's going to relate to the different cards that come up. Now the Hangman, it's not necessarily a bad card. It's talking about getting stuck. Sometimes you're stuck there for a reason. The more you struggle to get away, the tighter that rope gets on his little foot there. All right. It's about, sometimes it means that you need to pay attention if you feel as if you have been stuck and that it's not exactly a great position for you to be in, and maybe it's time to look for alternatives. Okay. Now, for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows. The first row has to do with you, what you may have recently been going through, things that you are dealing with currently, and people, places, and situations that that are coming towards you, that are about to like be there, like, coming up soon. All right. The next row has to do with the same thing, only it's your twin flame, your soulmate, your karmic partner. This could be somebody you just met. It might be an ex. But generally, it's the person that you think about the most. The one that's on your mind all the time. The one that you're thinking about when you wake up in the morning, and the person you're thinking about when you fall asleep at night. The third column has to do with obstacles and challenges, fears, anxieties, things like that that are keeping you from moving forward, that are blocking you from what you need to have going on. And that fourth column is about outcome. Now, I've just laid out 2 cards in each row, and I'm going to do that 2 more times for a total of 24 cards. I did have a couple cards jump out when I was laying these out, and I'll pick them up as we go along. Okay, so this is the card that fell out with this first set of cards, but we have the 3 of Swords, and we all know this card screams third-party situation. So sick of having to say that, but yeah, that's how it is. On the other hand, instead of feeling like you are on the outside, you're actually viewing this as an opportunity, because maybe you were a little sick of the situation anyway, you know. Saves you the trouble of having to break up with them. You just totally turned what a lot of people would think of as a negative into a positive, okay? All right, now, with that death of the situation, with you terminating that, like rest in peace relationship, get on past it, this actually leaves you open to welcome in a new opportunity of a new relationship. To, you know, when you're with the wrong person, that person is actually taking up space energetically, physically, spiritually, mentally, everything. And when you can lay that to rest and move on, you actually make room for the new to come into your life. It's part of the way the law of attraction works, and I really love the law of attraction and practice that in my life as well. But, you know, if you have something taking up that space, then things that are meant to you are not going to come to you as easily or at all, you know, until you give up that space. So yeah, taking this opportunity to, you know, turn it into a positive and realize, you know, it was time. It's over. It's keeping me from where I need to be and what I want to do. Now these are the two cards that fell out with the Death card, and it's the Justice card as well as the Knight of Wands. So this is only, yeah, this is you grasping that opportunity. This is you making that very serious decision that, you know, this isn't where I want to be. I don't want to be stuck in this position anymore. So absolutely, you figured a way to get yourself free of this situation, and you're not, you know, it's not lying and it's not being manipulative, but, you know, this person, if they are a third-party situation with someone else, this is your opportunity. Grab it, you know, go for it. Make use of it. Okay, so with your obstacles and challenges, okay, so you may be inclined, you know, to, you know, be a little curious about the person that your partner might have been, you know, having that third-party situation with. The Page of Wands talks maybe a little bit, not necessarily stalkerish, but kind of like watching. You want to, that's just human nature. You want to know. You want to know who your predecessor is. Not that you're envious or jealous or anything, but just, you know, did they downgrade or did they upgrade? What's going on, you know? All right. So yeah, so don't get hung up in that. Don't get into the habit of going and checking their social media or things like that a lot, just to see what's going on in their life, because a lot of it's going to be fake and put on just for your benefit anyway, just so they can appear as if, you know, they're having this wonderful time. Don't carry this around with you. Continue working on yourself. You know, bring that success to yourself. Like I said, your spiritual nature, your enlightenment, your involvement, all that is going really well. Quit carrying around these things from your past, okay? You have the Death card. Let it rest in peace. Move on. Keep it moving, folks. You know, you're not going to be able to take these with you. You really can't advance forward and welcome that Ten of Pentacles into your life as long as you're carrying these around, all right? Now for your second set of cards, I have the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, all right? Now for your partner, I have the Star. Jeez, lots of things are popping out here. Okay, I've dropped a few cards. All right. Okay, you have the Star as well as the Six of Swords. In your partner's column, you have the Sun and you have the Eight of Cups. And in your outcome, okay, we had an extra one fall. We have the Empress, the King of Pentacles, and the Magician. Okay, so even though I normally lay down two in each row, the cards have a different idea about what's going on in your reading today. Okay, so it definitely doesn't look like you're going to be stuck here at all. You are focused on what you want. You are finding yourself successful in a lot of the areas in your life. However, you're enjoying that because you're not having to feel, you know, guarded, backed up, that type thing. When you were with this person that was fooling around or was cheating, now whether they were cheating physically or emotionally or it's just a little text, it's still crossing a boundary that you have there. You know, it's still it's still like a type of betrayal, and it's just doesn't serve a purpose in your life. But you're realizing how wonderful it is not to constantly have to feel, because you kind of knew, you felt it, you felt like something was going on. And that's another example of always listening to that little inner voice that you have. When you feel something's wrong, when you suspect something's wrong, you know, it usually is, you know, just trust that. Now, with your new beginning, and you're moving away from this situation, you're going to find that there's a lot of new opportunities that are, there's some kids outside, they're really loud, okay, and I'm like way up here, so I don't know what's going on down there. All right, so, yeah, that's really kind of nice. As you move away from this ugly situation, as you exit, as you, you know, these things right here, it hurts. It hurts. Nobody's saying it doesn't. These swords hurt. We all have pride. We all have feelings. But, like I said, this is your new opportunity to move on and be where you should be in the first place. All right. Now, in your obstacles and challenges, fears, anxieties, you know, blockages, things like that, you're moving away from this situation, of course, to something better, okay? This is the sunrise. This is the actual day of it. You know, new beginnings can be scary sometimes. When we have the start and we're making ourselves vulnerable, we're washing away the past, we're laying these wands, tens of wands down, we're putting those down, we're not carrying with, we no longer have what's familiar to us, and even though it may be crappy, it's what we're familiar with. We know what to expect. We know, but when you walk away from something and you are completely, you know, like a baby infant starting completely over, like him right here, and you know, you're making yourself, like I said, you're making yourself vulnerable, you're putting yourself out there. You have this luck. You have this star right here that is coming into your atmosphere for you, that's shining on you with this new luck and this new positivity and this new growth that is happening just for you, kind of as your reward for moving out of that. Now, these are the three cards. You have the Empress, the King of Pentacles, as well as the Magician. So you have two major arcana right here. And what you are, like I said, this law of attraction is strong. It's really, really strong. Now, Aquarius, one of the best things that could ever happen to you is, relationship-wise, is to have a King of Pentacles. Whether this is male or whether this is female, not depending on whatever gender it is that you fall in love with or date, it doesn't matter. This is somebody that is really, really stable. This is what you need. This is somebody that's grounding, because Aquarius, you are the bohemians in the zodiac. You are the ones that have eclectic. You're the ones whose hair looks like nobody else's, who dresses like nobody else, who has more, like I said, eclectic taste and behaviors in your life, more of a hedonistic type personality, and that is so awesome. And this person that you've left behind, they're really feeling like a fool right now, all right? Because you've manifested. You're going to manifest this as you become your own autonomous self, putting all these great vibes out into the atmosphere, becoming the Mother Earth type person, becoming the you know, artistic and sensual type person that you are. You're going to make that person regret this a little bit, and that's just icing on the cake for you. But like we were talking about that law of attraction, when you're putting all that out into the universe, you attract it back. Whatever you put out there, whatever you're focused on, is what you're going to bring into your life. All right. Now I'm going to lay out 2 more cards here. And we have the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Alright, we have the 3 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, we have a jumper there. So we have the 9 of Pentacles as well as the 3 of Wands. And in your outcome, we have that 8 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you're moving forward. You've made up your mind. You know what you want. You're eliminating this player from your life. Okay? Let them go have their third party situation. At least they're not cheating on you anymore. Let them go cheat on the new person, basically. You know, not that we're going to wish that on anybody, but that type of behavior and that type of person, that's what they do. Some kind of little thing just flew past me. Okay, yeah, so absolutely. You don't have time for it anymore. It doesn't bother you a bit. Alright, and so when we get to your partner's column, we have that Page of Pentacles, and we have that 3 of Pentacles. And so, yeah, obviously, someone has their eye on you, that King of Pentacles. They're going to make themselves known. They see you. They admire you. They want to put you on that pedestal. They want to speak up. They're going to let you know that you have, you know, new coming into your life. And when we get to your obstacles and challenges, well, we have this 9 of Pentacles. We have them focused on this little bird here, which is you. This is your King of Pentacles person. This is the energy from that person. This is somebody that is artistic and loving and creative. This 9 of Pentacles is very similar to that Empress. And this is you, where you are feeling like you are waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for these good things to happen to you. Don't let that hold you back. Don't just sit around and wait for it. When you see it, sometimes you have to go make these things happen for yourself. Okay. Now, then this speaks on that same thing again. Okay. This 8 of Swords talks about being afraid to move forward. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This is a great person. This is the love that you are manifesting in your life that has a lot of the same feelings and thoughts and ideas and, you know, lifestyle that you do as well. And it's brand new. Ouch. Brand new beginning. What do we got? Here's your star. Yeah. So you have the Sun and the Star and the Magician. Yeah, and the Empress and the King. It doesn't really get much better than that. Your only thing is being afraid to move forward. So, you know, just don't. You got your wiggle room. You found your way out. Okay? You found your way out. And your way out is your partner was not a decent and honest person. Okay? And that's your easy out. That's your way out. And you're going to be glad that you did. Okay. So that is your reading for July 2020. And I'm going to start doing weekly reads instead of, you know, just 3 times a month or 2 times a month. I'm going to be more consistent with my uploads and get these out once a week for you guys. And try to keep everybody more engaged. And I'm going to be doing lives as well coming up starting this July. And I'm also doing some giveaways. So be sure to keep checked on the community tab for those. I'll be giving away some readings, and I'll be giving away another one of those little boxes with crystals, candle, parchment, essential oil, things like that as well. That's going to be in there, and instructions, flower petals, that type thing. Okay, guys, I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.